ready for another cruise adventure. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the show. This is Tall Man Cruise Adventures live, coming to you right now from the back of Deck 16 on the Emerald Princess. I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. the Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. As I mentioned, we are live at this very moment from the back of Deck 16, right outside Italian restaurant. Sabatini's. I was going to say Trattorios. I was like, where did that come from?
I don't know where that came from.
Sabatini's. There's a pool right beneath there. You can kind of see the water moving right there. I mean, if I zoom right in.
Oh, there it is.
There's some water moving.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, we are at the back of the ship. So there is your balcony cam. It's not balcony cam, it's Deck 16 cam.
That's right.
And let me tell you, batten down ye hatches, you landlubbers. There are rough times ahead on the waters tonight.
Yes.
Yes. The captain has come on and told us tonight's going to suck. So
yeah, between 12 and 4.
Yeah, we're going to get to this stuff right away because who knows how the timing is going right now. So anyway, so today was embarkation day, and we're going to talk about all that stuff first. We'll talk about the weather as we continue because it's sort of at the back end of things. So unfortunately, we started our day a little bit late today, and so getting to the port at a time we would normally get just did not happen.
No, it did not.
And so we got there. To be honest, I was surprised there was as much traffic as there was. The Emerald Princess goes out of Fort Lauderdale at Pier 2, which
Port Everglades.
Port Everglades. Thank you. And it was a little bit of a line getting in there today.
There was, and there's not as many people on this ship. It doesn't hold as many passengers as some of the ones that we've been on recently.
Like 3,050 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So there was an awful lot of traffic for that amount of passengers, I thought.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Which, by the way, before we go any further, a couple of things. I told you, we are expecting rain.
Yes.
If we like just drop and run, it's because it's starting to rain and the inside is not exactly close to us.
No.
We're going to leave everything running. We're going to disconnect the cameras and just go to the old regular camera that on the computer, and we'll bring it inside and we will continue there. But just hang with us. If we lose connection, this is our first time on Princess in the new era, and so we're hoping that the Wi-Fi is good enough to stay on. If it is not, we are recording and we will re-upload this.
Yes.
Anyway, so we got to the port. We dropped off our bags. That was fairly smooth, which, by the way, as you can see, there is lightning behind us, so we're in between cells right now. And that was all pretty smooth. The parking garage right there, believe it or not, it actually fit the beast.
It did.
I have a Ford F-350, which I've told you before, but I also have an incredibly tall topper on it, which makes me about 7.5 feet.
Yes.
This garage holds 8 foot.
Plus, it's a dually, so it's a big boy.
I got in. In fact, I'm actually parked on the third deck.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you're doing this and you're coming and driving down to Port Everglades and getting on a Princess ship, their parking garage connects via an air-conditioned catwalk, whatever you want to call it. Okay. You saw it in the highlight videos. There's sort of the people mover things, right? And it takes you right in, and then you get down an elevator, and you're basically right by the door to go in. Okay. So that takes us up to the point about getting into the terminal. So we now had to queue up. Now, hang on. Maybe Carnival missed the Emerald Princess with the rollout of their Starlink. Yeah, just hang in there, guys.
Oh no!
Hang in there. Yep.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yep. Hang on.
Oh.
Let me just check real quick to see if it tells me anything different here.
Okay.
Now, it tells me 7.6, but I haven't checked to updated it. So anyway, so we're gonna come and go. I'm recording this. If it turns out to be really, really bad, I will delete the live stream and then I will re-upload this as just a produced video later tonight. Okay? So let's continue on. So I was, again, with the traffic coming, I was also shocked with the amount of traffic getting in, the queue to get in the building. And I didn't think that we were there all that early. Right. And in other words, if you get to the port really early, there's usually a long line because of people wanting to get there and get on. Princess is a little bit different. There wasn't. It was just a block of time. You can get there at 10. You have from 10:30 until 3 o'clock or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like some of the other cruise lines we've been on where it's like you come at 10 or you come at 12:15 or a very determined time. This was just everybody show up. And it seems like that's what happened today.
I think that's what happened. I do.
A lot of people got on at the same time.
I agree.
It wasn't horrible.
It wasn't. The line was moving very quickly.
Yeah.
It's just that it was a line that we were not expecting.
Yes. And so
it is what it is.
So there's a bit of a line outside. We get into the building. It seems like the queue is going to go on forever, but once you turn the corner, right when you go inside, there's security. And then after that, it was interestingly smooth. I will continue to explain why.
Yeah.
So, of course, Princess uses the medallion system now, right? There's no key cards, right? This is what opens your door and everything. That's in fact, it's kind of neat.
It is kind of cool.
As soon as you get close to your door, like within like 2 steps, it unlocks it, so you're just able to walk right in. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No fumbling for those key cards to get in with your hands full of all those desserts and beverages.
No, you just walk right in.
Yeah.
Right. So, however, you have 2 choices. You can have them hold these here for you, and they'll be waiting, or you can have them mail them. Now, if they mail them to you, you'll be part of what's called the green line, right? Just in and out. Your check-in is very quick. If you don't, the check-in is much, 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 much longer, way longer. Anyway, well, my medallion hadn't gotten there before we were about to get on the MSC Seascape, and we were going right from the Seascape right to this. So there was no way to get this if it didn't come. So I called Princess before the MSC Seascape, and they said, yeah, well, we don't mail them out until about 17 days. I'm like, well, it's like 18 days and I'm leaving tomorrow. So what do you want to do? So they said, just go through the green line. It'll be okay. They'll issue you new ones there. Not a problem. Okay, great. So we got in the green line. So we get into the green line, do the thing, and there was really only a few people in front of us where there was probably 60 or 70 in the other line, right? So you guys see that lightning behind us, right? So let's, it is behind us, but we'll pan up a little bit so you guys can watch the lightning show behind us. And so we were like 2 or 3 people, and then up to our girl, and our girl's like, nope, sorry, you got to go in the other line. Explain the situation to her. She said, you know what, I'll take care of you. So she did.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we were able, we did not get our medallion there. They just walked us to a different counter. They got us 2 key cards, and then we were free to get on the ship. And that's what we did. And we walked right up, right onto the ship.
Yeah.
So all in all, not a horrible process as long as you've done everything you're supposed to do and you get to go through the green line. If you're in the blue line, that was a long line. The green line was fast and quick, and we were right through.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even when we got on the ship, we walked right by the customer service desk, and there weren't
very many
in
people,
line,
so we stopped and exchanged the key for the medallion.
We initially had thought that we would do it maybe later tonight or in the morning, when maybe it wasn't such a big long line, but there wasn't a big long line, so we just went
we got right
in.
in.
Yeah.
All right. So then we do what we do. We weren't sure about being able to get cabins. Now we are very, very late. Normally, by the way, thank you all for the thumbs up.
Yes, thank you.
Normally, we're on a ship by, say, 10:30, but this was now almost noon by the time we were on. And so, unfortunately, a lot of cabins were just not available to us. And so we're going to have to get the cabins at the end of the cruise and do a follow-up with you on cabins.
Yes.
I don't remember how many we got. I will count them and let you know. If I feel we've gotten enough, we'll do it tomorrow, but I don't think we did.
Yeah, I feel like we only got like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I could probably look it up on the phone, but we're going to keep on talking.
Yeah, because we're not sure what the weather is going to be like.
Right.
Oh, look at the moon. Oh,
yeah,
and then it's gone.
I'd have to turn the camera to get it. The moon is like over here. The camera itself won't go all the way that way, I don't think. So I'd have to spin the pole a little bit.
Gotcha.
So, first impression as you walk in the ship. The ship is just beautiful.
It is.
Now I know this ship is, believe it or not, this ship was built in 2007. So it is 14 years old. It was just refurbished in 2019. So it's just had, a bunch of upgrades. And yes, Starlink was one of them. And I know it's the first couple days on a brand new cruise line. It's for us, even though we've sailed Princess, years ago and been on many of them. It's not in the new era of internet on ships, and so we have to go find the right spots that are quiet. And so if we're doing the horrible bee thing tonight, we apologize, but we will get it worked out here in the next day or two. We are in an inside cabin that's got opposing mirrors, and if we have to sit in there and broadcast, it's gonna be real rough.
Yeah.
So we're trying our best to find some quiet place outside, and this was actually pretty good. I tested it earlier, and it came back perfect multiple times. So that's why we're here. Anyway.
And it may have something to do with the weather as well.
It could be. Let me just take the quick drink, and then we're going to talk about some strangeness.
Yeah, because, the weather, it is totally... It looks like it's going to be kind of calm, but then you see the lightning going on, and every now and then the clouds. It's very, very cloudy.
Yeah. Anyway, so we do everything that we can do, and now it's time to go get some food at the buffet. Mm-hmm. And we always will give our final review when we're done, but we want to talk also about first impressions.
Yes.
Because first impressions are important, and we've cruised a lot. And so we have a general understanding and knowledge how things typically are for the most part, right? So we get up to the buffet. Now, mind you, again, this ship only houses about 3,000. We've been on 5.5, 6-ish thousand ships now for a while. So we're like, oh, it's going to be a nice, quaint ship, a little bit more quiet. And the buffet, in my opinion, very small, very tiny. The seats were all full.
Well, there were seats.
There were in the back.
Packed, but
There was in the back.
okay.
Okay. Now, there's 3 sections of the buffet. There's these 2 little, what I'm calling pods, where they have all the food. It's kind of in a little bit of a circle. They're on both sides. And then when you get all the way to the back of the ship, there's a U.
Yes.
Okay. And that was it. So it was those 3 areas. We decided to go to the back because that was the only area that
had
there were
the
seats.
tables available. Yes.
However, there really wasn't food.
That's very true.
They've been picked clean and it hadn't been refilled.
Yes.
And it wasn't like they were closing it down. They just hadn't refilled it yet.
Well, they did close it down while we were sitting there.
No, they did not. It was still open because I got food there for the 3rd time.
Well, while I was sitting there,
Yeah,
they closed
yeah.
it down. He may have
Yeah.
been gone already, but they
So,
did close it down.
Yeah, they weren't refreshing it.
No, they did not.
So we just found that to be a little bit strange that, anyway.
Yeah.
So here was probably the first big disappointment. There are 0 self-serve juice dispensers. You all know what I'm talking about? You know, every other ship has them. There's 4 little juices in there. It's in the afternoon. It's lemonade, cranberry, iced tea, and something else. Typically, in the morning you get your orange juice, your cranberry, your whatever. Right? You all know what I'm talking about. Put a yes down there if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's none of them.
No.
Okay, they have coffee. They have tea. They do have iced tea, but it's in a pitcher. A small pitcher, which I was shocked.
It is. It's just like, the size that you would use, for your, family of 4.
Yeah, small pitcher.
It's a small pitcher.
And there is an ice dispenser with water. Now, if I describe the ice dispenser as slow, I would be giving it credit. Now, I can tell you though, there are a bunch of these stations.
There are.
And I went to 5 of them. And after 5 of them, I think I got 6 nuggets of ice.
And I'm not sure. I think it's just because the buffet had probably been so packed. Because when I went to get our beverages here for the show, it filled up my cup and just I didn't want to stop.
Interesting.
So I think
So maybe it was a moment in time.
I think it was a moment
That's why we
in
wait
time.
till the end. But we're talking about first impressions.
Yes, first
Okay.
impressions.
All right.
Very true.
So we get some food. I try to
Yes.
get water, drinks. By the way, thank you very much. I get like that much water. Anyway. Sit
Yeah.
down, get some food. She goes off to the restroom. So as we're in the process of the drinks and all this stuff and trying to find a seat, I'm like, isn't there a place? I mean, is there no lemonade? Is there nothing other than water and iced tea? Like, yeah, just ask the waiters. So when you're sitting even at the table in the buffet, the people that come and pick up the plates, if you ask them, they will bring you some lemonade. I'm like, oh, really? Okay, great. So I sit down. She runs off to the bathroom. I find the first guy. And by the way, that's thank you for the thumbs up, the cheering. I said, hey, is it possible, may I have a glass of lemonade, please? And he said, absolutely. Ran away. I proceeded to finish my dinner, finish my water, and half of her tea, and he never came back. We're about 10 or 12 minutes into this thing now. Again, food's completely gone. I'm sitting there waiting for her to come back from the restroom. He never came back. So as soon as she got back, actually just before she got back, I got up, and I needed something else to drink. Water, I didn't care. So I went to go get some water, and there was another waiter, and like trying to help me get ice. Again, it wasn't working. And I'm like, what I really want is lemonade. Oh, I'll get you some lemonade. Walked around the corner, poured me lemonade, bam, I had lemonade. Like, wow, why couldn't it have been that way the first time? Remember? Yeah. First impressions.
Yes.
Right? So we got some lemonade and sit down and finished lunch, which was in a couple of waves. Okay?
Yes.
So there was the first opinion sort of the buffet.
Yes.
Wasn't impressed one bit.
No.
So we continued to walk around a little bit. Find our way to pizza. I don't know who it was, but somebody here watching us in one of the last live was telling me that that the pizza here on Princess was going to blow me away. Absolutely did not. It's not good at all.
Well, it's better than Royal. It's better than Royal.
MSC,
Carnival, and then
Princess.
Princess.
The sauce tastes great. The cheese tastes great, but the crust, it was like a cracker.
Yeah, it was almost like Cece's pizza crust.
No, it was worse than that. It was really like a crispy cracker.
Yeah.
But we're going to
was
try it
interesting.
again.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to try everything a couple times, right? Because,
Absolutely.
I mean, first of all, we're on here for 10 days. But that is the third time in my life I've gotten a slice of pizza, I ate half of it and left the rest.
Yeah.
That's how.
No, the sauce was good and the
Yeah.
cheese was good. Just the bread was,
Yeah.
the dough was
I
a
just
little.
imagine trying to make a pizza on a saltine. That's just what it felt like to me. I'm not kidding, guys. I mean, that's what it sort of felt like to me. Okay? So we're going to pause there, and let's say hello to everybody.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then
Let's do it.
we'll get on with the rest of the day because we have so much more to talk about.
Yes.
We had, right when we started, somebody from Indonesia. So welcome.
Hi, welcome.
Hello, Macrina.
Hi.
Patricia, a new cruise. Yippee!
Yay.
Yeah, by the way, are you watching back here the lightning show going on back there? It's incredible.
Yeah.
Right? Hello, happy cruise day. Thank you, Bev.
Hi.
Withdrawal is officially over. That is correct. Hello, Tuesday. Welcome. It's
Hi.
almost Tuesday. Tuesday. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. It is time.
Yay.
Yes, it is. Let's get it on. Hello, Angela.
Hi.
Welcome. Again, sometimes there's a little bee going on, Angela, so hang in there.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere. Popcorn is ready. Yeah, we don't have desserts tonight. We're
No.
afraid we're going to have to go running, so we spent a lot of our extra time creating the exit strategy.
Yeah, we did.
The emergency exit strategy. As again, you can see the lightning flashing. I'm going to turn it a little bit more. And we're going to talk about what the captain has said here a little bit ago.
All right.
Bev says, maybe Carnival missed the Emerald Princess with their roll on Starlink. No, they didn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's been.
Heck yeah,
it has
bad.
been
Sorry,
okay.
guys. Sorry. Sabatini's is yummy. Yes, we are eating
Yes.
at Sabatini's. We're eating at all the restaurants here. We've made reservations at all of them to try the specialty restaurants because we have not
Yeah, we haven't
been here in a very, very long time.
That's correct. Yeah.
Take the Dramamine now. Yeah, I'm patched up and I've already taken my pills. Hello, Dr. Cherie.
Hi.
And Tom.
Oh,
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Yes, good to see you.
Macrina says, yep. Carnival says all the ships are, yep, they are all on Starlink. It's just, even if they are, it's just, like, for instance, I was in the restroom in my cabin and completely lost signal in the restroom in the cabin. Or outside was fine, but in the bathroom gone. Down by... What club was that? I don't have all the names memorized yet. I'm sorry, guys. It was a whirlwind of a day. We're going to continue with this in a minute. But I went into the restroom there, and I had no service. I was trying to look something up. I couldn't. Just inside the bathroom. So they may have Starlink, but there's dimensions of strength in where you're standing
There
in
are
the
dead
ship.
spots, yes.
I literally took the computer, sat it right where it is right now, and tested it earlier. So anyway, it looks like it's better now. So that is awesome.
Hi.
Hello, Gina. Welcome. Good evening, Charles. Hey, buddy. How you doing, man? Forgot Tall Man and your better half. We're all back on. We are. We are on.
Yes.
Yes, we are. So there you go. All right. So we've gone up through lunch. Okay. We've done the buffet. All right. Let's talk about the muster drill. Is very easy here. You watch a movie from your cabin. You go down to your muster station. They scan your little, medallion, and that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
Okay? Nice and simple.
Very easy.
Okay? Oddly enough, we were catching a glimpse of Disney. The Disney Magic was also in Port Canaveral today. Old school. They're all outside against the bulkhead underneath the
Underneath the lifeboats.
underneath
It
the
was
lifeboats.
packed down there.
I couldn't believe it. They were doing old school.
I know.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I really
Yeah.
was.
So
Yeah.
anyway, Gina says, by the way, I hope the lightning show does not mess up the live stream. Potentially. We have severe weather coming in, which we'll talk about shortly. Okay? Anyway, so we go and we video the spa and the kids areas for you so we can bring it to you later. We always do that on day one because it's the only day that kids and services are not happening, okay? Which we did that. So then it was time basically for the sail away show. Now, if you were paying attention at the beginning, and I know it was buffering, but if it didn't buffer in this part, I had 2 shots of the dancers and it looked identical. However, it was not. The first shot was taken at deck 16 or deck 15 by the Lido pool where the sail away party was about to begin. And then it started raining. And so in a quick dash, everybody's like, okay, everybody go down to the atrium. they called it something.
The
piazza. Down in the piazza. And so everybody went down from deck 15 down to deck 7. And then again, I ran into the dancers all huddled up sort of in the same place they were, just down on deck 7. So I videoed them again, and they were like, "Are you following us?" And so the sail away party sort of happened inside the piazza because of, well, it was raining. Now, it wasn't storming too bad. In fact, I went out on to the outside of deck 7 and sort of got us pulling away from the pier. And it was really like this cloud hanging over us, sprinkling, but it was enough that the musicians and the dancers couldn't do their thing for the sail away, so that got pushed inside.
Yeah.
Hard for me to say it was good or bad because it was inside. And so there's no real major dancing space and whatever, but a lot of people that are gathered upstairs did not make it downstairs, so it's hard to compare. But the dancers were out there. Some of the, their cruise director staff was out there. The cruise director, in fact, a lot of the officers were kind of off to the side dancing and doing their thing.
I was surprised how many officers were. They were partying. They were having fun.
So
I loved it.
I actually got in the conga line. If
you
saw that.
So did I.
At the end of the highlights and at the end of the at the end of the highlights. So that was the sail away party. And again, we took in a little bit of the ship, not much because dinner was now at 5, and so we go down to dinner. Fairly smooth. First night dinners are always strange getting in because people the first time, this, that, whatever. I think it's going to be a lot of that every night because we're basically eating somewhere different every single night.
Yes.
Even though some of them are going to be duplicated, we don't have the same table to go to. So we're going to be into a line every night. But it's early enough that we'll be able to broadcast for you. Our broadcast will be all at 9 o'clock. So we get in, we find our table, we sit down.
That was a good
big one.
Yeah.
There we were on a two-top just by ourselves, but there was another two-top close to us. We were in this little private little area. It was kind of neat.
It was a little alcove. It was cool.
And we had a great time with them. That was fantastic. I forget their names, but we had a great time with them.
Chris and
that's right.
I don't remember her actually ever saying her name, but they were a lot of fun.
Yep, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here comes the lightning. Good Lord. So somebody try to find us on Cruise Mapper and then pull up a radar and let us know if we're in trouble.
Go inside.
Try to give us some head. Oh, we lost the audio again. This happens all the time. Oh, what's going on here?
Yeah, we lost battery power here. So I think you can probably still hear us through the computer
we can through the mic.
speakers.
Let me reboot everybody.
Yeah,
this happened the last time we were doing this.
It did. I don't know why our battery's all of a sudden doing that. It just decides to shut itself off. So we'll get this turned off and turned back on and reset everything, and then we'll just see if we need to run inside or not.
Wow, what's going on?
Is it not coming on?
Yeah, I just have to. It goes like out of a certain mode or something.
Oh. Okay.
But it's actually not coming back on.
No.
We just fry our board.
I don't know. We may have. Yeah, doesn't seem to be.
All right, can everybody still hear us okay? Please let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
All right, as we try to
still hear us.
fix this. Come on. What's going on there? There we go.
I see a bunch of yeses.
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we may have to go while I work with this with one hand.
Yeah.
Try to figure this out. Oh, there it goes. It's rebooting now.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
It just needed a minute.
Yeah.
All right. So, so at dinner, the captain comes on and then interrupts dinner.
He apologized.
Yep. Now, for those who have sailed before or many times, captains don't typically come on and interrupt dinner. You'll hear the cruise director come on from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Sound advice video for you. Look, when the one with the buttons dies, it just reverts back to the computer microphone, and so it's just a matter of rebooting that thing. Anyway, so again, captains don't typically come on and interrupt dinner. They come on around noontime every day, typically, and give you the day's, weather and this, that, and where we are, what's going on, and all that stuff. And so he came on and was like, "Okay, so sorry for interrupting your dinner. We apologize. We're sailing good right now. However, we are heading into some pretty bad weather." And went to go on and to assure everybody, and the ship can handle it, and that's what it's made for, and it's 70-mile-an-hour winds, and we're probably gonna have a nice list, and blah blah
But
blah
don't
blah blah
worry,
blah.
that's what the ship is designed to do.
Yes. So I was just a little, slightly apprehensive to hear the captain come on and say
Yeah.
that, which, again, you've been on enough cruises, it just doesn't happen. I mean, even if there's going to be, a storm of some kind, they don't typically come on unless it's going to be epic.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Are y'all with me, right? And so here we are, and by the way, we are live. I'm just going to pan this down. We're up on deck 16 there. Oh, I felt a couple sprinkles.
I thought I did too, but it's very, very fine. It's not like
Yeah.
rain. It's a mist, and I thought, well, it could be coming from someplace else. Because
No.
we have hot tubs on each side of us. There's not sprinklers, fountains on each side of us, and I thought, well, it is kind of windy.
No.
Are we going in?
Okay, guys. So we're gonna keep this stream going. We're gonna have to go in. I'm feeling sprinkles. We'll give it another minute or two because it's not supposed to start till midnight. It's 9:30 for peace sake.
Yeah.
Of course, he said the bad weather. I mean, there's water on the screen. So anyway, like I said, a little bit apprehensive that captain comes on and says, "Okay, batten down the hatches." So hopefully it won't be too bad. Normally we get up on the first night and go do some videoing. We're not going to be doing that tonight.
No.
So
especially if we're expecting to have the ship list.
correct. So I'm not sure what kind of content we'll have for you tomorrow night. We might just be talking about the storm.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because, again, what you're seeing is behind us, but I swear it's creeping up on us.
Yeah,
it's
that's
crazy.
possible.
Right? So, anyway.
Yeah, that was a decent sized drop there.
Let's do this.
We should probably
We're going
in.
to keep this going, okay? We're just going to move the computer inside, okay?
All right.
All right, everybody.
Bear with us.
All right, I'm still here, everybody. So, all right, grab the duo. So, this is going to take a minute because we've got like a ton of stuff. And we rolled the dice as to whether or not we could get away with this. And obviously, we lost. Oh, it's a pull. All right, so we are just going to sit over here. Okay. Yeah, well, the lightning show is making us move inside. All right, go get everything else.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to leave this here and go grab more stuff. Yep. That's part of it. We're still here. We got more. We're right here, guys.
Okay, guys. That should be the last little bit there. And here comes Robert now with the last little bit. Okay, thank you for hanging out with us.
Now let's see if we can try to put this back together for you guys.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh my good Lord. So who's still with us? Where's my glasses? I can't see.
Oh, I set them down someplace.
Well.
There you go.
Okay. This will take just a second. Okay. Power for the TV, for the computer. I need the battery, that battery.
The anchor.
Well, they're both anchors. Glasses. Balcony cam is now ruined.